You are now listening to News with My Fiancé with DJ FMbush and Morgan Jones.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
It's another Thursday. Welcome to News with My Fiancé with your hosts, Morgan Jones and DJ FMbush.
Hi. Good morning. Hi, fiancés. I'm off today. I'm very tired.
I feel a lot of people can probably relate to that. The weeks just keep on going, as does the news cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And at what point do you get a break from it? But you guys didn't tune in for a break. You tuned in for our mouths. And
For what?
our mouths.
Okay.
To hear our mouths
That's
early in the morning discussing the news.
something I didn't expect to hear today.
That's all I used to talk about it. Think I'm here for your mouths? Think I want to hear your mouths? Because, you know, I got, I don't know, a flashback there. I haven't like, yeah, you've never heard me say that.
Mm-mm.
That came out of nowhere. All right, exclusives. What's going on out there, y'all? Tech Squad fam, how are you today?
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot has happened. We are not going to do this story, but I will say that Ding Dong, the Ted decided not to run again. Yay! I mean, I have the energy to be like, yeah, but also, Fam said he is ready to oversee the transition to the new government that he didn't want, and instead of running the campaign. And you know what? Good on you, Tevis. You're right.
Yeah.
Another campaign cycle would be just too much.
Horrid.
And I agree. Stay out of it.
Give the people a break. That is us.
I wonder what he, when you get a recall and it doesn't work, does that like give you a power up? Like we wanted,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
did a recall.
Did surviving a recall, does that make you go, oh, unstoppable, baby?
I think so.
He's talking to people like he's DJ Khaled and he's like Major Key. Just out here doing the most. And then telling us that this is his decision. He just, woke up and was like, a timber baron needs to baron, not mayor. Wouldn't it be so much better if I could just do something else? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That's
so much better.
He legit gets to say that. Like he's determined. He survived.
Yeah. It's very confusing.
Someone said, Morgan's good morning energy speaks for all of us. Happy new moon.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Hope we can all sleep for 36 hours soon.
Is that? Oh, no. I wish I was on top of this more. It makes a whole lot more sense now.
I don't know any of this. I was checking out a new content creator who was new to me, Dr. Nicole. I can't remember her last name. But she went into, the subject matter had no astrology in it. It was like social justice or political subject matter. The title for the video that I clicked. And it started out with this self-analysis of, well, and because I am a rising such and such and was born in this quarter, which is also a descending, I was like, and now, once y'all start that rising, I barely understand the simple characteristics of being born in a certain month. Okay? Once we start rising and circling and orbiting and descending, I have no idea what y'all are talking about. It might as well be tarot cards. It's, yeah, none of it. So we're in the new moon. Okay. Is that like, is Mercury also in retrograde? Is that part of new moons? Where is the old moon?
Okay.
I don't. Is it in the fourth quarter?
We're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
We're going to put a bow on that one and move right on forward.
Okay.
Just going to tweet through it, as they say.
Tevis, what moon are you in?
Okay.
You decided not to.
In shambles. That's what he's in.
He's going to finish strong.
His moon is in shambles.
He's working on, I think you're right about surviving the recall. So now he wants to finish strong. He's going to do a lot of people-friendly stuff to try to make sure his legacy ends on.
Sorry, you're a sackler to all of us, okay? Okay? None of us are going to let this go. We're not going to let you live on, just the Wheeler name. Sorry, sir.
He's a sackler.
Not even a little bit. You are a sackler to me.
You're a sackler.
And what does that mean? If if my mom was listening right now, she'd be like, "What is what?" Let me not be too slanderous,
About the sacklers?
No, well, I mean, I don't think you can be about the sacklers, but when calling someone else that, I don't know. I mean, murderous maniacs.
Yeah. I think you put some more M's in there. Manipulative, murderous maniacs.
Like there's just
mayhem.
Straight up mayhem.
Yeah.
I don't know what the synonym for revisionist is that starts with an M. But maybe there's one out there. Manufactured outrage, manufactured division.
Yeah. Manufacturing opium.
Okay.
we were on a manufactured run. I don't think he manufactures it. I don't think he's a part of the process. Okay.
I think, just like Joe Byron, he's letting everybody across the border. What are you going to do? To bringing in all their fent. From China. I don't know what's happening. I think my brain's breaking down.
Well, you started talking about the border. This is very interesting that this has now happened in my head. You mentioned the border being open, and the first talking head that popped into my head was Eric Adams.
Well, his border is flooded. Thanks to Tejas. What are you going to do?
The fact that his politics are so centered around what's happening at the border instead of what's happening within the borders of his own city.
Well, Ambush, are you out of your mind? The border, the southern border of the United States has actually been moved by Greg Abbott to New York. So, in fact, Eric Adams is worried about all of the right borders because they're all at his doorstep now.
And they're going to change the city forever. It's going to ruin the city of New York.
Gotham.
That's around the corner. What happened?
A good one. Fiancé says, there's always mendacious, a $10 word for liar.
Nice.
And that is a $10 word.
Yeah.
That is we need the, am I yelling?
No.
That is, I saw that over there. It looked like I peeked. That's a $10 word. Yeah. We need the reggae horns or the sound of like a t-shirt cannon.
Oh yeah.
Like
a champagne popping.
Yep, that too.
Yeah.
Something. Because that's perfect. A cha-ching and a champagne pop.
Wow.
Then a desk pop.
Gotta
have that sound.
When's the last time you guys desk pop?
And be honest, when was the last time you did a desk pop? Do you know what a desk pop is?
Oh my God. Interestingly enough, I came across a news article this morning. I don't know why I said article. It's definitely a video.
You're lying.
Yeah. That's when I said it, you were like, he's a liar.
Yeah. I'm going to throw mendacious at you in a second.
He's lying to our fiancés. First thing in the morning. Will Ferrell did a pop-up stand-up routine.
Oh, okay.
At McMenamins.
Where?
I can't remember which one, but Will Ferrell got brought up earlier this week on Tuesday at a meeting I had with some of the Paseo folk. I was like, why do we keep seeing Will Ferrell at Timbers games? Like, what's going on? And the homie was like, oh, because he has a house in Oregon now. He's here for fly fishing. I was like, holy crap. Okay. Yeah, that tracks.
I mean,
that tracks. Yeah. Apparently we have some of the best fly fishing in Oregon.
I would never know.
Wherever he's fishing. Yeah.
I would never know.
I know.
Yeah. I remember seeing, like in, I don't know, March or April or something, when he was here, and it was like, what movie is being, what's going on?
Yep.
And
new movie was around the corner.
Yeah. And I remember him being like, Portland is one of my favorite places. And me being like, what? Not because it isn't great.
Yeah.
You know, but because everybody tells you it's on fire. So like, how could you come here in today's time?
Yeah. Also, it feels
and
late.
like it,
you know, late. Like, Portland's one of your favorite places. Since when? Like, it's been. You know what?
He's probably been hanging out with Fred Armisen places and just not being out and about.
Okay. I can see that.
I mean, they got to be somewhat buds.
Yeah. They got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you're late to the party, bro. Everyone's done the Portland's my favorite place.
I feel like I'm also losing it. Will Ferrell does stand-up? Like, I don't.
No, he doesn't, and he said that.
Okay.
he's like, yeah, I don't. Okay. He said, I don't usually do stand up, and someone from the crowd was like, "We know."
Like, that's not your.
He was like, "Oh, your lane." He's, "Oh, you know." Oh, okay.
However, he is quick, so you know, quite quick, as they say.
Love me some Will Ferrell, but that said, he doesn't do stand up.
Okay, I mean, as long as we're.
Yeah, I think I would have been laughing if I was in the room because I was in the room with him. Because it's Will Ferrell. It would have been
exciting, or you would have been like, "Oh, Mans needs to not feel so bad about himself."
Right now. It would have been exciting. The jokes were. It's interesting. It was only like 4 minutes of his set, so I don't know how long his set was.
7.
But out of a scale of 1 to 10, they were a 6. They bounced between a 4 and a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but Mans doesn't do stand up. And yeah, I would have laughed.
Just beginning of a budding career, budding new career. Here we go.
William, please.
What has been exciting this week? Nothing. That's not true. I just saw this morning that Lauren Boebert was kicked out of the theater.
Nice.
When she was watching Beetlejuice.
Get her out of here.
Which I have seen, Beetlejuice the musical, and if it comes when it comes, you get yourself in there.
Have we ever seen that?
Oh wait, can I say that?
No, I mean you're not. I just specifically you're just doing a recommendation like it was a TV show.
Okay,
you can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
We haven't seen that, right?
You have not seen that. Yes. Correct.
It's been here. I missed it.
No, I don't know that it's been here. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
I saw Beetlejuice on Broadway. You know? Okay. Anyway, she got kicked out. Why'd she get kicked out, Ambush? You asked me. She was vaping and arguing with staff, loudly singing. The allegations are she was inebriated, if you will.
She's just a regular gal.
Ain't she, though?
that Lauren Boebert.
Ain't she, though?
She is just a regular.
Fam was vaping in the theater. Hey, I know that I have a unique experience having worked in live entertainment for my career. That is outlandish. Okay? This is not the Snoop concert. Right. And I understand the difference between vaping and not.
Right.
But my point is, there are definitely events inside of places that have rules that are like, do not do these illegal things, and people do them anyway.
Right.
Theater is not a stadium concert.
No.
You can be seen from everywhere. Corner of those places. They're not big enough, babe.
When the lights drop, smoke from the crowd can be seen anywhere.
When the lights drop, the night vision hits.
Yeah.
And that's what the footage is of her inside.
Oh my God.
And that poor usher having to come down. Shout out to all the ushers out there that have to do the most ridiculous things when, like, having to kick people out or ask them to come out of a show for doing the most. No one ever just says, "Oh, my bad," and gets up and walks away.
Right.
Like, it's always a thing. And, you know, Colorado Congresswoman was like, "Let me make it a thing." I just can't.
She's just a regular old Colorado woman kicking it outside the Circle KKK.
I'm sorry. There was only a delay because I was reading the text that we just got and trying to keep that together. And then did you say she was at a Klan meeting? What did I miss?
Kicking it outside the Circle KKK. Vaping in the theater. Let me tell you something, guys. My theater experiences started when Morgan and I started dating. And she'd come to the East Coast for conferences. I'd come out here to visit. And then once we moved, in the theater all the time, getting all the great shows. Didn't understand what I was missing. And for many black people, black and brown people, the theater isn't a place that we have always felt welcome. And you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like museums. There's also this era of, you know, hoity-toityness about it. And I got to get, you know, what do I even dress in? You know?
Yeah.
And there's just a level of respect that is given to the musicians, the actors and actresses, the ushers. You still feel like, and maybe it's just me because I haven't like actively worked in the theater. There's still something hollowed that feels like once those doors close, hey, you're in. We're flies on the wall for this world that we're about to experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She was in there, like she was at it,
like Tiffany Haddish.
Haddishing.
She was in there haddishing. She was like, "Eh."
Oh my God! With
Just
the
kidding.
vape. Oh.
I don't know about how much respect people got at the theater. You know, what you're saying,
Makes sense for me.
Yeah, and I want to say absolutely. And then, you know, people be doing the most. And like,
yeah, I guess I was going down that road to kind of like illustrate. If I were in that room with her, I would be appalled.
Indeed.
Remove her at once.
At once.
Once. I cannot hear
Well, I
show.
mean, for the people that are always, you know, but my kids and the things not around my kids, like, she could just be sitting there vaping and y'all ain't even tripping. I don't know.
Wait, so what else was she? Was she just vaping and arguing with the usher? What else was she doing?
She was singing loudly. Like the people were complaining about her.
I forgot you said that.
Yeah, people were complaining, and Usher had to come down. And then once they got her out, and the dude she was with, then she's, you know, in the lobby. That's when she's arguing with, and she's still walking. She's not like turning around and doing all. But
I would be so salty in there. She's talking about that. I say that. I would be so salty having to hear her over the actors and actresses.
Oh, I would be so upset. Okay, can I just say this really quick? I took my dad to see, was it The Temptations? It was Motown. Motown. It was here on a Father's Day many years ago.
Okay.
Took my dad, my mom, my dad. Did I take you? I don't know. Were you there? I don't remember.
I don't remember if I saw Motown.
What I remember is sitting next to my dad and being like, please, I work here. This is actually, I did that. Stop. Because he knew every word to every song. And what did he want to do? Sing it. He wanted to sing it. He wanted to relive it.
Was he dancing? Did he stand
Absolutely.
up?
There were two moments that stand out in my mind immediately of him standing up And I was like, get drunk right now. But he's already clapped. He's already, hey, you know, he's in it.
He's
and I'm
riling
like,
people up around
yo,
him.
and everybody
They're
loves
feeding
him.
into it. Yeah.
Nobody's mad at him for the display. And I'm like, you are actually going to you're going to get kicked out of the theater. And the usher that comes down to kick you out is going to look at me and be like, really?
You probably,
really?
One of yours, Morgan? Oh my God.
Mortified. It worked out just fine for him. Just like.
Mortified.
Ooh, mortified.
And it was twofold because, again, this is your job. And then this is your dad.
Yes. And then this is your dad. I've told my parents this many times. I was never embarrassed by my parents like a traditional teenager is like, right. Oh my God, my mom. Right. I was never embarrassed by my parents until I was like 25. Like, I was like, oh my, you guys are the most embarrassing people I've ever met.
They revel in it, though. They do.
I mean, they're not the most embarrassing people, but no. Boy, oh boy.
Oh my God.
I do feel lucky for not feeling that way as a kid, but yeah, when I was getting ready to move, I was like, yeah, it's good. I'm getting out of here. I'll come back to Portland, but
it's been fun, guys.
It's been fun. I am out of there. Okay, we did get some texts. One says, morning, fam. If there's an...
Oh.
I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to pronounce this. Do I say ambush?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there an FMbush?
Oh my God, Rudo.
XOXO RUDOOOO.
You know what's so terrible about Rudo? He puts those XOs in there, right?
Yes.
Like it could follow whatever slanderous
menacing
moment. Then it's like, hugs and kisses, Rudo. No.
Yes, that's the best part. That's the best part.
You're a savage.
You know, when you're newly fiancéed. I meant to say, Ambush, do you know what today is?
What is today?
September 14th. Does that mean anything to you?
Valentine's Day of September? I don't know. Fall Valentine's Day? Are we in fall?
No. The 21st, I'm pretty sure, is when
September 14th.
When summer is over.
Ah, yes. No.
All right. We'll come back to that.
Okay. All right.
Fiancés, anybody want to take a stab at...
It just hit me.
Anybody want to take a guess on what could have possibly happened on September 14th that Ambush can't remember?
Was it a Friday night?
I'm just going to ask the fiancés if they've got to want to take a stab at it.
It was a Friday night. Yeah, I think it's when I was gigging. Friday night. Yeah. Will we play Beautiful? Because I remember now. Oh, my God. Yes. September 14th. Quite the evening. Man, there was a lot of nerves going into that. Just the planning.
Are you going to say what the evening was?
Oh, sorry, guys. I proposed to Morgan Jones at Swift Lounge in front of the world. Secretly invited all of her friends and as many family members as I could trust. On the friend side, too. We had to eliminate some friends. A friender. It's a friend. I was with a friend or two. No, it's just one. Carmen, I'm sorry. You know. And you thanked me later for it.
Carmen with a K.
Yeah. She said, I would not have been able to resist. I would have ruined everything.
Yeah.
She said, I'm so glad you didn't tell me. And then we had some East Coasters on Facebook Live in a group chat.
True Ambush fashion, everything was a production.
Yeah.
So he had a live stream going and this was at a gig of his. And he had lied to me. He and Lily lied to me and told me that we were going to be working. We were going to take pictures for Lily and I's website.
Yes.
And that's not what happened.
No. And I staged it on the night when I was doing a Neptune's tribute party. So it was like, okay, yeah. Why wouldn't everyone come out for that? Also,
I'm inviting people.
Yep.
I am inviting people saying, please come to me and Lily's photo shoot thing at the Neptune's party. Ambush, Morgan, Lily, Vern, and Vern. And nope.
Yep. Neptunes versus NERD. So it made sense that so many people were coming out, but at the same time, it was like, wait, but you're here? And you're here? And you're here? And your very best friend that introduced us happened to be in town the same week.
Just absolutely mind-boggling, as you say.
Everything lined up so well. So yeah, everyone that was watching on the live stream knew once I played "Beautiful" by Snoop Dogg, that's when I'm gonna pop the question. And the club was full. Swift Lounge was like completely packed. People were spilling outside. The staff was in on it with me. They reserved table space for people I wanted to be close to it, and proposed right there in front of the DJ booth. It was crazy because Lily brought you in, and there was this crowd of people, and then it kind of opened up. So it was just me and MJ in the middle of the crowd. And there is video. Looking back at the video, it's always funny to watch it kind of like reveal itself to you, like at some because then you just initially just start you're just in a crowd of people kicking it with me, and we're just talking on the mic, which is something I never do. I rarely, if ever, talk on the mic.
I need you to understand that from the beginning, I was like, why is it so bright? Why are why is he talking on the mic? I said to Kiana, like, I'm about to leave. I don't know what's going on. Why is he talking on the mic? He doesn't do this. He's not behind the DJ booth, and he's on the mic. This makes absolutely no sense. Let me get out of the way. I must be in the way of something.
Man, got down on one knee, knocked that thing out.
Also, shout out to Bianca for grabbing my drink.
Yes.
There's video of her just swooping in. Because I don't know, I'm going to drop it or something. I'm just like the shock, the awe.
Yes, DJ No BS was like, and I'll take that. Because I know what's about to happen and you don't.
Totally. And then put it right back in my hand, too. So, thanks, babes.
Man. Wow. Yeah. There was a lot of hiding the ring in the house. If I had to think that through again, I wouldn't have done it. But I mean, you never found us. So that was good.
Yeah.
I've got more options of places to hide rings now. Like, I would have put it in the museum or something. I just and squirrel away and looking at my desk and be like, whew. Mm-hmm. But yeah, in the room, it almost felt like, I remember saying, I felt like Gollum, and it was like calling. I always wanted to just take a look at it. My precious.
Is it still there?
Is the precious there? Woo, man.
We got another text. I think you should get a song queued up because it's 8:00 and we're going to have to get into it.
We got another text.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which says, whatever slight difference there might be between one MAGA and another, the one trait they all share is an astounding degree of immaturity.
And they wear it like a badge of honor.
I mean, where are our sound effects? This wins.
Yeah. They wear it so proudly. Like, you're not going to tell me what to do.
Yeah,
vape. Oh, okay.
It is the I don't know, 8th grade.
Yeah.
To sophomore. I don't know. That you couldn't possibly be able to tell me anything. Like, I obviously know all of it.
And at the same time, you are the teacher's pet in the way that you want to make sure rules, stick to the rules, except for me. Like, you guys want law and order everywhere, but you want to be lawless consistently.
Right. Well, law and order for those other people. And that is one of the things. It's just really hard to understand, really hard to square that circle. Isn't that what they say on like MSNBC or?
Yes.
How do you square this circle?
Square this circle. No one cares, Joy.
Yeah. I'm ready for a music break.
Well, let's tell them what we got news-wise coming up.
Oh, we didn't do that yet? Wow.
No, we did not.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Hit it.
So in local news, striking for a safer strip city.
There are Portland dancers that have voted to unionize.
This is so Portland. Are they like the second club to do it?
second, yes, but not here.
Right.
The first in Oregon, second in the nation.
Man, imagine a world where an algorithm is being used to calculate your rent increase. Imagine no longer.
You don't even need to imagine.
No, do not imagine. It's exactly
the algo be rhythming.
Bruh, all over your rent.
Yikes. I'm going to ask you this, Ambush.
Yeah.
Do aliens shop at the dollar store? Better question.
Mm-hmm.
Did Mexican officials shop for their aliens at the dollar store?
I believe so. I believe it. Yes.
Dollar General? Family Dollar?
I think it's a Family Dollar.
Is it a Family Dollar?
Those look like Family Dollar Halloween section.
I want out. The only reason this story gets done is because it was so ridiculous.
Man said, y'all got aliens? We got aliens too.
Watch this. And starve them out. Australia's next top capitalist goes off about workers daring to have just one standard, just even one. How dare you?
He said that on a stage in front of people, cameras and microphones, and he just said it like he was giving a weather report. So crazy.
Because in his life, he was, in fact, just doing the old business weather.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That was good. That was good. Welcome back. News of my fiance, Morgan Jones and DJ Ambush. We did get a text. Wait. I came in late. Did the two best Portland radio hosts get yanced?
Okay, first of all, thank you. Two best. Well.
That's right. No, you came in on. We've been fiancé. You came in on the middle of the story.
Yeah.
Of
how it happened.
Proposal. Yes, that's what happened. Yes.
Because it's the anniversary of that. Do you do something for that? I don't know that. I mean, we don't. I'm not.
You're getting married.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You cannot turn the proposal date into its own holiday when it's the precursor for getting married. So,
well, what if you're not married yet?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Portland housing crisis, because that's why we're not married yet, guys.
It's true.
Okay.
Just want to buy a house, guys.
It's a fair question. And people give, all types of suggestions. Why don't you just go down to the courthouse? Why don't you just get it over with? You can do. Listen, man. When we talked about this, MJ said, what I won't do, is be a newlywed in the house that is too small for us, a living condition where we're cramped. Because what type of pressure is that going to put on the marriage? One. Two, she said, what do I look like? We get all these gifts and all these great things at the wedding, and it all goes in storage. I said, you know what? Also, spending all of that money on the wedding.
There's the number one.
Yeah, spending all the money on the wedding and not on the house. And I said, you know what? All of this tracks with me. This is why we are fiancé, because you make the sense. Like the donuts. That's some pretty tasty sense right there. I think I'll have that with some sprinkles.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have a donut later. I don't know why you did this, but
yeah,
I will be having a delicious donut later.
So the was it the same person? Oh, Rudo. Wow. You get married. I
mean, that is the thing to do. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I know that that's what you do once you get engaged. I just meant, if you're not married yet, if it's a long engagement, which I think is bad or something to some people, and to me, I'm like, what's
but some people, is that what you're saying? Because that's how you. No. I used to talk trash. How long they gonna be engaged? He is playing with her heart.
Oh. I thought you were talking about us. I was like, wait, I don't know this about you.
I was very judgmental. Very judgmental.
Yikes.
Yeah. Look at me. Look at you
now. Look at you now, sir.
Look at you, and look at you.
You know what? That's funny because I wasn't judgmental, but I was judgmental to my mom, who the story of my parents was the my dad kept proposing, and she kept being like, I really like what we got going.
Mom,
I don't think we need to change it.
Share Bear.
What would we change it for? And I was like, how dare you
She wants to keep her options open.
treat my father,
My dear father.
my dearest dad, the way you just did. How dare you, woman? And then I kind of get it like that. And I don't mean
that specifically.
Yeah. But it's like, there are other priorities. And when it is like you're living like you're married anyway, I at this age understand it.
Okay.
But I was very judgmental and very upset with my mother. How dare you?
So wait, I'm trying to imagine like what state you were in. So you were young when you found this out?
I was, I mean, yes, but do understand they used to like obfuscate when it was always this, we've been married since before you were born, which was not true.
She's like, guys.
And a silly thing to do. Why lie to me about it? I wouldn't care. But they both had religious parents, and not that I even think they were lying to their parents. It was just like, you're not supposed to be shacked up with a kid.
Right. What's that called again? Wedlock.
Out of wedlock.
Having a baby out of wedlock.
And she didn't want me to think or to be embarrassed.
Right.
Which, LOL. But, so she lied for a while. And then I think I was like 8 or something when they got married. And completely oblivious.
Right.
I get dropped off. They dropped me off at my best friend's house. And her mom, shout out to my Aunt Susan, was like, "Oh, Sherry, you're so beautiful. Today's the day." And I'm like, huh? What's the day?
Angie, what are they talking about?
And then immediately Susan's like, "Go in the house. Like, just go away."
Right.
I don't even remember this. She told me this story. And then my mom was like, and you knew. And I was like, I had no idea.
I didn't.
Literally no idea.
I promise you.
She told me that story as an adult. I do not know. I did not know.
I wonder, you might have known.
I mean, maybe I was a very nosy kid.
Yeah.
Kid detective over here.
Good in the house. They're right in the window. Yeah. I'll get in your house.
She never puts on that shade of lipstick. What's happening here? We are not doing the news, and we're not going to get to all our stories. Stop talking about stuff that doesn't matter.
Well, someone said Fiancé Versary Donuts feels like a very worthy tradition.
Oh my gosh, you do know my heart. My truest fiance. It's happening. Traditions. That's how we do it. I'm in.
Rudo,
and you know my favorite donuts now, so
I have a list. I have a list.
Everything is good.
Yeah. Scored pretty well last time.
You did.
Rudo asked what's going on with us at Rose City Comic Con. You tell me, Rudo.
Oh, yeah. That's coming on up here. I guess we're supposed to say cross-promote is what our fiancés have said.
Asked us this.
We need to say this out loud.
Yeah.
Ambush, what are the deets? Be quite quick.
Yes. We are doing a live podcast session. A podcast has no name at Rose City Comic Con coming up. We are on Friday at 3 p.m., I believe. But all the information is definitely on a podcast has no names Instagram. But I believe
we'll share it from the News with My Fiance Instagram.
We will share it from the News with My Fiance Instagram. There it is. And our personal Grammy Grams. Yeah.
Also, I've been working on what do I do with this Instagram page, And how do I... What do I do? I don't know how to get engagement. I don't know how to get at all. So I do remember it being like, oh, follow for follow, you know? And I was like, I'm going to follow the first 100 people that follow us.
Nice.
Follow them right back.
Nice.
Or
I like that.
Part of team follow first. If I see you out there on the IG and I know that you are a fiance, then I'm following you first.
Bam. I like it.
I don't know if it means anything. Now, currently, I'm just following more people than follow us.
Let's get to that 100.
Is that is it a failure?
It feels very socialist. It's like we're serving other people with follows. Morgan, this all tracks for me.
I like it. I'll allow it.
Yeah. No, it felt good.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, if you're not following us, do it now. And I'll follow you right back.
You know you're going to follow me? To Mexico.
Straight over to Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Scientists call fraud on supposed extraterrestrials presented to the Mexican Congress. Prepare yourself for an otherworldly journey.
No.
To Mexico. What?
Sorry.
To Mexico's Congress.
My mic on?
It's where, where an extraordinary session unfolded. I almost wanted to play the X-Files thing, but
I can't believe you're not. But
because then Kyle's gonna make it tough for him to edit.
Oh.
Because I wanted
Shout out to Kyle.
Yeah. But before you imagine flying saucers and little green men, let's get the facts. Supposed extraterrestrial visitors made an unprecedented appearance in Mexico City's legislative chambers. Lawmakers gathered to hear testimony from researchers who raised the intriguing possibility of the existence of extraterrestrial life. These experts hailed from Mexico, the United States, Japan, and Brazil. Are you laughing because in 20 and 23, no one should be asking if that's a real thing?
There are many things that I am trying to stifle a laugh about right now. But it's 8:20.
Yeah. Notably, this session comes 2 months after a similar one held in the U.S. Congress. During that event, a former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer claimed that his country may have been aware of non-human activity since the 1930s. The global fascination with UFOs and extraterrestrial life has clearly crossed borders. Because it's aliens, so they don't borders. They're coming from space, so they don't. Anyways, Mexican journalist Jose Jaime Musan played a central role in this extraordinary gathering. He presented 2 boxes containing what he described as non-human beings, not part of our terrestrial evolution. He was right about that. These beings were said to be mummies found in Peru in 2017, complete with shrunken, warped heads. This startling presentation quickly ignited social media. Musan stopped short of labeling these entities as extraterrestrials, emphasizing the need for further scientific investigation. However, his assertion that the DNA evidence suggests that their non-human nature left many in the chamber intrigued. It's essential to note that similar claims were made in Peru by Musan in 2017, and at that time, a report from the country's prosecutor's office concluded the figures were recently manufactured dolls. Covered in paper and synthetic glue. They were decidedly not aliens, ancestral aliens. Skepticism about these claims continued during the session. Yolita Fierro, a researcher at the Institute of Astronomy at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, raised concerns about the lack of scientific rigor. She pointed out that many details about the figures made no sense, and their extraction from Peru without inviting the Peruvian ambassador seemed unusual. Congressman Sergio Gutierrez Luna of the ruling Morena party clarified that Congress had not taken a position on these claims. He emphasized the importance of open dialogue and listening to various perspectives on the issue of extraterrestrials. While the debate continues in Mexico, it's worth noting that the interest in UFOs and unidentified area phenomenon isn't limited to one country. Similar discussions are taking place in the United States Congress, driven by national security concerns linked to the sightings observed by pilots. However, the Pentagon has denied many such claims. This is one of the more foolhardy things that I see governments around the world perpetuating. That just like, we deny, we're not owning up to anything. We're not saying we've seen what you've seen. And, we still need to investigate. Blah blah blah. X-Files. Oh my God.
Are the people in government scrolls? Is Congressman Sergio Gutierrez Luna the Joe Rogan of Mexico? He's not taking a position. We're just listening to everybody. We just gotta, both sides. Everybody needs to be able to say free speech, free opinions, free of fact. Doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Okay, a text says Morgan's gonna burst. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud in your ear.
Hilarious.
I am actually, because, excuse me, not you're gonna tell me that there's more work to do, but the DNA says for certain that is not human, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, so that means it's not paper mache.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Wow.
You did paper mache on top of an ET doll, and then you were like, look what we found. It's 1,000 years old, at least. And I mean, at the very least, it's 1,000 years old. Look what we found in Peru.
You're right. And I know what you're thinking. I just made this in my backyard. I didn't. I found it in Peru.
I absolutely did not make this at all. Found it.
You presented it to Congress, bro.
Those boxes. The 2 boxes. Okay, so
the boxes are hard, bro.
Just on their own. These things are tiny, right?
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
very small.
They're like Chucky doll size.
They look smaller than that to me. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Either way it goes. They are ET dolls with some extras on it. They're a little ashy.
Some extras.
You know? Got an elongated
skull. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're small. The boxes are huge for what they are. And
the reveal was wild.
The reveal was like...
The presentation was wild, B.
So if you guys haven't seen it...
It's like, is that satin in there?
It is literally, they're little coffins, but not... they're just boxes, but they're satin-lined...
Yeah.
Resting places for these dolls that someone made.
I mean, here's the thing. If anyone plans on, replicating this situation, or maybe they want to step it up and say, you know what? My paper mache would look way better, and I definitely could convince people. Maybe don't present scientific evidence to a room full of people without some type of, I don't know, glass. Something to preserve your specimen.
Well, what do you need to preserve it for? It's a completely alien material that our air is different, and it doesn't even...
They were giant hat boxes, guys. They were giant hat boxes.
Wow.
Like...
That is real.
Yeah.
Pretty sure my grandma had some fancy boxes like that for her hats.
Someone said satin is the poor man's silk.
Yikes.
There were giant hat boxes with poor man's silk in there.
Give me satin any day. Silk snags. Got a text that says, I love how they were just very clear, though, that they did not steal from Peru.
Right.
I mean, and how?
In case you guys are wondering.
How are we? Where'd you find it? Where'd you take it from?
Yeah. How to get here? Huh?
I am when I saw that this was one of the stories you were doing, I was like, no, absolutely not. I don't know what's happening there. But what it does make me say is at least we are not the only unserious government.
Okay.
Their federales are just as silly.
It's ridiculous. Here's the thing, guys. Alien life is real. Alien life that exists on other planets. It could be plant life. It could be alien life as a concept is not, we should not be discussing it. It's a foregone conclusion. Okay? It is. There's
also,
nothing...
have you never seen any Marvel movie? Okay, all the evidence is there, guys.
Get it together.
They just don't look like what you think they look like.
Learn about it. Yeah.
Find out. Get smart.
You can't have an understanding of the universe and the many universes and just the entire cosmos. You cannot think that we are the only beings in existence. It's just like the self-centering there is juvenile. Like, really. what are we talking about?
I mean, 1,000%, but it also is, that is a few brand of people's nature, I think. Like, there is a documented history of people being like, we are the only ones that matter.
Yeah.
And if you are the only ones that matter outside of, like, the concept of off-planet, there could be, no. Because I can't see it, can't touch it, can't feel it.
Ain't real.
Ain't real.
Except God.
Except the religion that I pretend to be a part of.
Yeah.
That I only pretend to be a part of so that
I can oppress people.
I think it just gives you cover. I don't know that it's impressive.
It gives you cover for oppression.
Oh, you said oppressing people.
Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta say impress?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. No, you're not. Yeah.
Oh, no. You nailed it.
Oppress.
Per use.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You want to hot into that hot labor?
Over here stepping on my headlines, man.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh my God.
Yes, you've heard of a hot girl summer.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of city girls being up.
Yeah.
It's hot labor summer. And this has been happening all summer long.
This is amazing.
We're seeing the strikes, baby. We're seeing the unification. We're seeing unions being talked about without the disdain of the employer. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're doing the most. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to Howard Schultz. It's going down.
In the town.
A group of 16 strippers at Magic Tavern have voted unanimously to unionize under the Actors Equity Association. The dancers have been on strike since April, demanding safe working conditions. They cited concerns about the lack of security cameras, improperly installed poles, and no dedicated security staff for night shifts. This is the second union vote for strippers in the country and the first in Oregon. The Actors Equity Association expects the National Labor Relations Board to certify the vote by the end of the week. If the results are certified, Magic Tavern must bargain in good faith with the union. The dancers say they are hopeful that the union will help them improve safety at the club and ensure they have a voice in their working conditions. They say they're inspired to unionize. They were inspired to unionize after hearing about the success of dancers at the Star Garden in Hollywood, who voted to unionize in May. Magic Tavern management has declined to comment on the union vote, but they have previously denied some of the dancers' allegations.
This is like, if I don't have anything nice to say, I won't say anything.
I will keep it to myself. The dancers say that they are not asking for anything special, just basic safety measures like security cameras and dedicated security staff. They hope that the union will help them make the Magic Tavern a safer and more welcoming place for dancers. Nix, a Magic Tavern dancer, said, quote, "It's surreal that strippers are finally getting a seat at the bargaining table, and we are so excited to negotiate our first contract in order to return to work in a safer and more equitable environment." Reggae horns.
Yo, I mean, what's really exposing, it's like a continuous thread of exposure when groups or unionize. And they're like, yeah, now we've been forced to unionize because we're not getting these things from our employer. And they're the most basic things. Poles improperly installed. So these poles could come down and your employees could get hurt.
Yeah. But they're not employees.
Right. Contractors.
Right.
OSHA aside, like, why wouldn't you want to make sure that they don't get hurt? They're asking for security and they're asking for cameras. This is the cameras thing. It's like a one-time expense. Get the cameras installed. Boom, boom, boom. Put this thing on auto. It's like, I don't get it. These are very simple things. And now, as bad as you didn't want to deal with the union, you got one.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I mean, are you saying they played themselves?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's nonsense, bro.
I have never understood I'm going to make the working conditions bad. I'm going to make it harder for you. I'm going to make, I've never understood this idea, because if the owner in this case presumably wants a successful business, right? presumably you're looking for people to come into that club. You're looking to have dancers that are going to be there and not just try it out and dip, and go work somewhere else. Like, there is, I think, an art to owning a strip club that people want to be in. Like, everybody wants to.
Yeah. Are you pitching me right now?
I don't know.
Are you pitching me a business? Are we on Shark Tank?
Yeah, why not?
You want to open a strip club?
Yeah, always. Are you kidding? I am from Portland, Oregon. We have the most strip clubs per capita. This is a part of my life.
But what I'm hearing is no one's done it quite right, Ambush. And like, it sounds like a pitch, but go ahead.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it.
When you said that, it's like the place that people just want to be in. And I was like, yeah, the right one. I would just kick it in there.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We are not Miami. We are not Atlanta. We are not doing the nighttime at the strip club does not look like $10,000 in cash being thrown at a stage at one person. You know, that's not what it looks like. Most of the strip clubs in Portland are not anything like that. It's like a bar that happens to have dancers.
Yeah. Let's put a poll in here.
If we just had a stage,
Yeah.
like that's what a bunch of them are. This is no shade. Shout out to all of them.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of time in strip clubs. It was fun. Like, they should just be a more welcoming environment for the people that work there. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Definitely.
And if you own it and you want people in there and you want regulars and you want, like those dancers want regulars too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
They're working hard out there. That conversation you got to do is a lot. Is a lot.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
That's gentlemen's club conversation. That's gentlemen's club work. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, it makes zero sense to not be making sure that those folks are taken care of, that they feel safe, that they, have an escort to the car if they need it.
Yeah.
Like,
because they do.
Because you, owner, know exactly how creepy some of those men are.
You literally talk about your customers like they're creeps and scumbags.
Yeah.
And then you don't.
And then you're like, oh, you don't need any help.
Oh.
You don't. Oh, yeah. Grow up.
Well, someone gave us the name for the strip club. And
okay.
It's fascinating. Fantastic. Nudes with my fiancé. The couples, thruples, and beyond themed club.
Okay, this is genius. You've been on Shark Tank, haven't you? Nudes with my fiancé is hilarious.
Another text. Oh, hey, it's also the Starbucks Workers United National Day.
Ooh.
Of action to support Starbucks workers.
Yes.
There are a couple actions today in the Portland Metro. Okay.
I
was unaware.
I have to look that up. That's so dope. So yeah, I am here for every single union with the exception of the police. Seeing the resurgence is a really big deal to me. Seeing people flex their power, their union power, is a really big deal to me. And if we can continue and keep this up, much better position, because we are dealing with people who are literally looking to crush your spirit.
Bruh.
And that's the nicest way I can put it.
Nah, it's true. They want you homeless. They want you without bargaining power.
Yes. Because how dare you bargain? I'm rich. Why would I bargain with you?
Peasants, unwashed.
The unwashed.
Someone said, so you really have faith in aliens? Where's the proof? More people have seen God than aliens.
Okay.
That's the same argument you made for aliens that they give for God. There's no other explanation for what exists. Or how can you believe otherwise? Those arguments are in the same camp. Just because you can't explain it doesn't make it God or aliens. Where's the proof? Give me a beer can on Mars or something.
Not a beer can, though. Like, see, we're still making it America up there.
aliens.
Never a beer can.
Just chilling, knocking back
I hope it
some
just says
PBRs.
beer, like on The Simpsons. Is that
would be awesome.
Yeah,
beer.
that's pretty funny. Okay, Ambush.
Yeah.
I have a story that we absolutely have to get to because
Okay.
it speaks to how important unions are.
I think we picked up some good time though. I feel good about where we are.
Okay.
Yeah. Apologies, guys. We spent that whole break talking about running the strip club. Nudes.
I mean, we're working on it.
Man.
There was a blueprint. Shout out to Exotica.
Yeah.
You know?
You were telling me about Exotica.
Portland has a great history with certain things. And then within the fun, there is always the anti-blackness. But we can move forward from that for this moment and talk about a self-reporting millionaire who doesn't care that the room that he's in has video recording machines.
Shout out to video recording machines.
A multimillionaire property developer from Australia has sparked fury for calling for unemployment to rise to 50%. Tim Gurner, CEO of the Gurner Group, made the comments during a panel discussion at the Australian Financial Review's Property Summit on Tuesday. The wealthy Australian businessman has called for layoffs to, quote, fix worker attitudes and reduce arrogance in the employment market. His comments have sparked a global backlash, with many people criticizing him for being out of touch and advocating for policies that would harm workers. Gurner claims that the COVID-19 pandemic has changed employees' attitudes and work ethics for the worse, and that productivity has plummeted in the construction sector, adding, quote, people decided they didn't really want to work so much. He proposes that the country's unemployment rate should rise by 40 to 50% in order to remind workers that they should be grateful to have jobs. Gurner has sparked outrage by calling for I don't know how to stay on track, arguing the economy needed to feel pain and emphasized the need to remind employees that they work for their employers, not the other way around.
Bananas.
Gurner's comments have been condemned by Australian MPs from across the political divide, as well as U.S. lawmakers. Some people have defended Gurner because that's the world that we live in, arguing that employees have become too accustomed to earning the same amount of money, but not putting in the same amount of hours. Gurner is no stranger. Ambush, you might remember this guy. No stranger to controversy. In 2017, he told us to stop buying smashed avocados for brunch if we wanted to be able to buy a house.
Oh, that's the same person. Okay.
I guess I should also mention that this is the same dude that started his foray into property development with an inheritance and a loan. So an inheritance from a family member and then a loan from his boss. And so he's out here calling people lazy when he has literally built his fortune, I guess, on passive income, which means do nothing for it, is the idea. Wow. I understand. Nobody texts me about how there's passive income that you have to work really hard for. I don't want it.
I don't want that.
Not my point.
Right.
This is the guy telling us, like, does he give his employees loans, I wonder? Does he give $180,000 loans to his employees when they have a business idea?
Right.
When they have a property they could flip? If only they had the capital? It is always the most mediocre having something to say about how lazy someone else is when your workday looks like what, sir? Looks like what?
You're a whole Roy.
Right. You just having chats every day.
Yeah.
And because there's dollar signs attached to some of those chats, you feel like the biggest man in the room. Cool story. But you're not going to tell me that that is a true grit, you know?
Getting it out the mud?
You're not going to tell me that you have worked your fingers to the bone in order to exploit more people and exploit what people's needs are.
I mean, how insulated do you have to be from the average person and, you know, the average laborer and the challenges they face in your country, where you can be like, the problem is too many of you guys got jobs. You know, we gotta make examples out of some of you to get you back in line. Like,
I wish it was just a class thing. I wish that we could easily just say it's only rich people that do that, but capitalism doesn't work if only rich people do that. So there are poor people right now working, actually. They're the hardest they can, do not have a lazy Sunday in them because they have to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They will say the same thing. It's just a little bit different in the way that, like, I work 3 jobs. Don't be lazy. Get up. Pull yourself up by those bootstraps.
Because this is how you make it to the next level.
Well, if I'm able to afford a 1996 Toyota Camry, you can too.
Ooh.
But that it has to be that. There has to be enough people saying, this system is great and it does work. You just have to work your hardest to get something out of it. And really, that's just the propaganda of it all. It is not meant for everybody to make money. That's the point. If everyone could be rich by working hard, the amount of people with no money would be very small, of working age. Yeah. Like, people don't want to be, not be able to pay their rent or not be able to have the things they want. And you can tell that when you're confused why people that are homeless have so much stuff. But you don't take a look at your apartment.
Bruh.
You don't look inside the closet that you just stuff stuff into. You don't look under the beds. But there are things that you have that, you know, somebody else could walk in your house and be like, do you really need all this junk? But if we're busy doing and see, I will never be that, and I'll never be so poor that I can't afford XYZ, you don't understand there's a crisis happening. And that also has to do with the propaganda of literally rugged individualism, just this country and globally. But capitalism makes you think you get it out of the mud on your own. That they have sold you the idea that you could actually be a self-made billionaire. What does self-made mean if I have to step on the necks of thousands, maybe millions of people?
Right. What
does self-made mean? They don't even be coming up with the real ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, Elon Musk has come up with absolutely that's new.
Nope.
But we can buy things and we can say stuff and we can be on a world stage because billionaire. And they're going to make you think that he's super smart. And this dude is out here. You keep saying dumb stuff.
Right. And they keep putting them on stages.
And so to me, it's not that this man is insulated. This man is doing this on purpose. This man is absolutely...
That makes more sense.
Likely believes those things, right? And then because he is waking up in the... What's that... that house that's like a glass square in the middle of a desert somewhere.
Yeah, they're a big reflection house.
Yeah, like because you're waking up in the morning to that, and you're like, look at this advanced this expansive view I have. You think you did it. You think you were the smartest, the brightest, the most. You were the one. When really you got an inheritance and a loan at the right time and were able to flip something and just keep doing that. And don't get me wrong. If you can be successful in certain things, high five. However, when the thing that you are looking to be successful in is ends up displacing people,
right,
ends up making other people homeless so that you can have high rises in an area that those people would have never went to just 2 years ago. And you're the same people that get federal tax breaks and, you know, for making a percentage or a portion somehow affordable because it's not market rate, but it's not affordable still, And then you'll do like a separate entrance for the Porzies, you know, because I really don't want to have to look at you in your uniform when I'm coming back from the theater.
And it all came right back around.
Unionize everywhere.
As you were describing that scenario with him being in that house, I just saw it like in my head. And I'm like, yeah, you're not going to imagine him waking up and really saying to himself, like, you know, if you guys wanted this too, all you got to do is put in the work. You
just
too
work
can
hard.
have this.
Absolutely.
But,
you can hear it, right? Just get off your butt.
Yeah. But like even in that scenario, especially in that scenario, we're talking about someone who has done so much to put themselves in a place where they can be surrounded by no one. They have, what's the word? Well, basically, they have made the decision to be alone in how they conduct themselves and on wherever they are within the caste system. They want the exclusivity is the goal.
Right. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Where is the for the people in that? Like,
well, you just said it. The exclusivity is the goal.
Right.
And in that word, what's the exclusion? Like, right. I am excluding you, Porzies. I do not believe that we together are the people. I am the people.
I am the people. I am the people.
And the people like me are the people.
But even still, over there, you know, I don't really want anyone like me. Preferred, I'd like to be the most richest person in existence. So I'm on that quest. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just going to keep going. Yeah. There's no end to that.
Ambush, we got a text that I think you will truly enjoy. It says, okay, yes to this track. I was team skip the music break, but catching this vibe was actually very necessary.
Hey.
It's got to feel good.
Shout out to Phony Ppl there. Yeah. End of the Night by Phony Ppl.
Oh, okay. I know we have another story, but we don't have enough time, so I'm just going to say, can we take a moment?
Yeah.
And tell the folks.
Anything.
We had such an amazing time at the Aminé show.
Whoa.
What day was that?
My first time at Edgefield. It was Saturday?
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your first time at Edgefield.
My first time.
The first time in a long time, I guess. Haven't been there in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Was Adele the last thing you saw?
I was just thinking, dang, was Adele the last time I was out there? I don't think so, but very possible.
Adele at Edgefield.
Oh, it was incredible.
It had to be. It was probably 3 times the amount of people. Well,
the capacity is the capacity.
I'm sorry. It just felt like, what?
No, 7,000 people out there. Definitely a sold out show, just like Aminé.
Yeah, holler back.
Yeah. So if anybody's wondering, what are you talking about, Morgan? Aminé, Portland's very own, and Kaytranada, Montreal's very own. Mm-hmm. Kaytranada is one of, I'd say, the most prolific producers, DJs of this time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's amazing.
The genre bending, as they say. It's all over the place and in the best way.
Yeah.
And Aminé is an incredible wordsmith, if you will.
Lyrical acrobat.
Even better. And one thing I really, really loved about this was their opening acts. Yeah. That was tight. Lou Phelps and Madison LST, I believe.
Yep.
Madison LST opens with a DJ set. Happens to be just one of, Aminé's best friends.
Yep.
And Lou Phelps hits the stage. Happens to be Kaytranada's brother. And this is the nepotism I'm here for.
That's where you were going.
It was so dope. It just felt like everybody, this is a family affair.
Yeah.
This is a family moment. And it felt really great because you could feel the energy of Aminé just being like, wow, this is at home.
Right.
This is my home. He said in the beginning, his goal is to
Yeah.
perform in every single venue in the city, which is like, sheesh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of Aminé shows.
It's going to be a lot of pop-up for some of those smaller venues.
Right.
Crazy.
Yes.
Those shows are going to be bananas.
I mean, he's done plenty. Don't get me wrong. He's had many a show in Portland already.
Mm-hmm.
But this was, we're combining the powers
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
of two incredible artists. And energy was electric. People were pumped.
Super pumped. And
Crowd was moving.
the run of show was perfect. They came
Is this
out
the moment
together.
you want to take a time to tell everyone how good I am at this?
Yes.
I think that'd be
Okay. Morgan predicted that the run of show would go this way. And as she was making the prediction, I was like, this is literally the best way to do this show. It's the only, like, if you do it any other way, what's happening here, guys? They came out together with some Aminé numbers, and then went into an Aminé set, and then went into a Nada DJ set, and then ended the show with some more Aminé numbers, and then an encore. Exquisite showmanship.
yeah. And you got to understand that one is at they're not performing next to each other, right? Like one is DJing. I don't know if he's up there live mixing, I don't know what he's doing.
A lot of it.
Yeah. But it's an elevated situation. So he's way up there and Aminé's on the stage, and he is, when you talk about working a stage, Mans is not like a dancer, you know what I mean? But he's moving across that stage.
Yeah.
He is everywhere on it.
Going up and down the steps, like
Breath work crazy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Putting the work.
Yeah.
It was an
Sorry
amazing
to
show.
jump in.
And last night was Renaissance in Seattle.
Oh.
Yeah.
We missed that, did we?
Yeah, we did. We did. But yeah, like, whew, I don't know. I want to see more shows now.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's a good one. It was really fun.
So good.
And
oh, yes. I was gonna say and I was in the presence of the unrefined sophisticates for this show. They had VIP access. It was very nice. Very nice.
Shout out to Carlos.
Shout out to Carlos and Ken. The whole, like, it was, I said something on the way there. We were all in the car. We rode together. And they were just, just talking how they do when they get together. And I was like, guys, I just want to say this. I feel like I'm listening to an episode. I feel like I'm in the studio for an episode. This is why I'm not talking. Please continue.
He was very quiet on that incredibly long ride to Edgefield. My word.
Oh, my God.
It was fun. It was really fun. Yeah. Gotta end it on a high note, you know. I had a great time, and I had that moment of like, oh man, do I miss working events? And no, I don't.
Oh,
no.
Real quick.
Be clear. No, I do not. But I do miss the energy of live entertainment. I miss the energy of the people being excited to see whoever they're about to see. You know what I mean? And so there was a part of me that was just like taking that all in, like, oh man, just watching people. They're so excited.
Yeah.
People buying their merch, putting it on immediately,
Man.
People beelining, not hearing their fiance calling their name so that they can go get their merch.
Hit me.
Screaming, almost lost my voice. Didn't matter.
Hit me. No.
There was vinyl to buy.
No. Yeah. And I tried to get some wine, but they were sold out for months.
I mean, they had nerve to even mention it.
You guys
they didn't have it there. Right. We couldn't have bought it online. I don't understand this tactic.
You guys get some of the wine? Yes, Aminé wine. It exists. Amazing.
Not sure why, but I'm here for it.
Right.
It's really expensive, though. So that's also confusing. I'd like to know some more about, the vineyard. What region is this coming from?
Right. They said it was made here, but yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening in Quebec? I don't know what happens over there. Is that what the wine is from?
What are the grapes? What are you doing with those grapes? And this was my fiance.
We did it.
Hey.
Started out slow, finished strong.
Brought to you by Morgan Jones, DJ Ambush, podcast editor Kyle G, and you guys, our fiancés. Thank you guys so much for staying engaged with us. I am updating the description to make sure all the songs are in here. But yeah, man, you said something about our IG earlier. What was it?
Follow it?
Yeah, follow it. But you were like, we were going to post something from there. Oh, we're going to post a Roast of the Comic Con stuff.
Yes, well, yes.
Okay, yes. So, again, don't let the individual distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. Power to the people. None of us are free until we are all free. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.